This video just into CNN, the National Weather Service confirming several large and dangerous tornadoes in western Tennessee. Several others have been reported in other parts of the state. At least 3 people have been injured. CNN meteorologist Elisa Raffa is joining us now. She's tracking all of this for us. What's the latest? These look like some pretty dangerous tornadoes.
Yeah, it's been a busy day. A lot of the information in these warnings today have been large, dangerous, considerable damage. We've already had 8 reported tornadoes, 3 of which at least so far have been confirmed, and plenty of wind and hail reports to go with it. The radar right now is still busy. There are those storm reports, and we have warnings right now just near Nashville. Nashville included in the warnings. We had a tornado on the ground just north of Nashville, also called large, dangerous, considerable damage possible. So it's been a very busy afternoon here for meteorologists in Tennessee. You can see the pink where those tornado warnings are, and then warnings for wind and hail extend southward. This is the watch. It has gotten bigger. It goes until 11 o'clock this evening now for communities there in central Tennessee, and this line will continue to work its way eastward as we go into the overnight. You can see the showers and storms still blowing up, with those storms getting to areas like Knoxville by midnight. Heavy rain from Charlotte and then up towards Raleigh and DC, and then even some snow could pile in on the backside of this up in the mid-Atlantic and then up into interior New England. The threat tomorrow continues east. You can see that level 1 marginal risk for a lot of the East Coast.
All right, thank you very much. A lot to keep your eyes on. We really appreciate it. Thanks again. In the meantime.
Oh my God.
Sure I can't get in it like a cow.
Wow, look at that video right there. This is in northwest Tennessee, a massive tornado hitting the state. Officials there urging drivers to stay off the roads for that reason right there. That tornado passing right in front of a storm chaser there in Clarksville, Tennessee. At least 3 people have been injured as a result of these tornadoes, but that's just the early estimate. So far, this tornado is part of a massive storm system now threatening several eastern states as it moves across the country. And CNN meteorologist Elisa Raffa is in the CNN Weather Center for us. Elisa, I mean, that paints the picture right there for us. My goodness, to see a tornado cross a roadway like that with just total destruction. It's just absolutely remarkable what we just saw there.
And what's been incredible about this is that we're seeing video like that, not just out of Clarksville. We are waiting in the morning. Now that it's dark out, by the morning, we'll see what's probably going to be catastrophic damage out of some of the suburbs of Nashville, just north of Nashville. So far, we have about 15 tornado reports. That means just sightings. Like, that number will go up, and we'll have to have a clearer picture of what's actually confirmed and what that strength might have been. Wind and hail, plenty of those reports as well. Now, I put this in here because I want to explain something. Parts of the Nashville suburbs had a tornado emergency. A tornado warning we're kind of used to, right? That's when we see that tornado, it's either spotted, either in person or on the radar. The emergency is that the tornado is violent. It uses words like catastrophic. So really just looking at catastrophic images by tomorrow morning of some of those Nashville suburbs. I mean, we're hoping not, but the data is showing that, you know, in some of those early reports on social media just showing that that damage is pretty bad already. So there's the cluster of some of the tornado reports, northern Tennessee, southern Kentucky there. The radar right now is showing that we still have this line of showers and storms rolling through. You see these orange boxes, those are the severe thunderstorm warnings. You have a tornado warning, that pink box there, that continuing for parts of northern Alabama there. So again, we'll continue with this threat. We do have that watch in effect still until about 11 o'clock this evening. You can see it's been expanded. Parts of Kentucky and middle Tennessee, Alabama, and then even getting into Mississippi. This tornado watch continuing through 11 o'clock this evening for some of these communities as we continue with this tornado threat. Again, some of the video that we've been seeing has just been incredible of some of these tornadoes. Now, here's what happens the next next couple of hours. We'll continue to find this threat pushing east on the overnight. You can see the storm still kind of firing up and billowing as they move towards eastern Tennessee. Then things start to relax in intensity as it gets into North Carolina. We'll have some showers and storms. Some of that rain could be heavy. And then this is why the storm system has been so potent. It's got cold air parked right behind it, and that's going to punch some of the snow risk with it for parts of interior New England. So this is the threat that we're watching unfold right now with that enhanced risk. And here's the threat tomorrow. So you can see the difference where the intensity dies down. Not quite the same tornado threat for some of those states like the Carolinas into Georgia, but still on the lookout for some damaging winds and a couple of tornadoes as well. The threat not totally over yet. We'll be watching that tomorrow. And then the flooding risk from this same system up in the Northeast, looking at 2 to 4 inches of rain from Maine down into D.C. Some flooding there as the storm again just continuing to pack a punch. Some of these rain totals up to 2 to 4 inches up the East Coast, and again could pack 6 to 8 inches of snow there. So something that we'll have to watch. It's multi-hazard with the snow, with the cold, with the rain, with the flooding. And as you're seeing here, some of the tornado images that we've been seeing this evening are just, and as we get into nighttime here, it's going to be difficult for people to kind of really know what some of that damage is until tomorrow morning. And that's why they're urging residents, they always urge residents at night to really heed the warnings and stay home, because at night these tornadoes are even more dangerous just because you can't see. It's hard to get those alerts in the middle of the night, and hopefully, we won't have too much to worry about going into tomorrow, but we'll have to keep checking on those reports, Jim.
Yeah, stay home, play it safe. You don't want to be this guy, the guy that got the storm chaser video with the tornado going right across the street in front of him. I know storm chasers want to get the best shot and everything, but that's cutting it very, very close. All right, Elisa Raffa, very good report, warning folks up and down the East Coast, in the South. Big storm system might be coming your way, so please be careful, play it safe. Stay home if you don't need to go out. Elisa Raffa, thanks so much. And we'll continue to monitor all of this breaking news. We'll be right back.
We begin, though, in Tennessee, where rescue crews are searching for survivors. Tornadoes and strong thunderstorms tore through the state. At least 6 people are dead. Dozens more are injured. 3 people, including a child, were killed in Clarksville. Look at this video. You see the tornado churning across Clarksville and a road there. Debris is thrown into trees. Power lines are being ripped down.
Oh my God.
Another video from Nashville shows a tornado moving through the city, causing electrical flashes, as we just saw, and then an explosion. Officials in Nashville say another 3 people were killed there by the storm. The mayor declared a state of emergency, saying the storm turned the world upside down for many in their community. And we are tracking the threat for more storms again today. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa is here now. Hello, Elisa. Welcome to the CNN family. We're still seeing storms firing up this morning. What can you tell us?
Yeah, we still have alerts out for additional tornadoes, and yesterday that line was just so intense. As the warnings were coming out, the National Weather Service was using wording like large, dangerous, considerable damage likely, and we're seeing that in the images this morning. So far, 24 reported tornadoes. We already have a few of those confirmed. They'll need to be doing a lot of surveying of that damage to further confirm those tornadoes. Here's a look at the radar right now. Showers stretching from upstate New York down to the Gulf Coast. We're focusing on the south here this morning, where we still have some tornado warnings. Here is one on the border of Alabama, headed into Georgia for a weak and brief tornado there. We have a tornado watch that continues this morning until 9 a.m. includes parts of Alabama and then southern Georgia, cities like Macon included. It's just to the south there of Atlanta, as the threat continues for a few tornadoes from this same front. That front continues to slide east today. There's the threat from D.C. down to the Florida Panhandle. This pocket right here in the eastern Carolinas, that's where the highest tornado threat will be today. A few additional tornadoes possible. There's a threat a little bit more isolated in the green, but still watching out for some damaging wind gusts to 60 or 70 90 miles per hour. Here's a look fast forwarding through the day. You can see the showers and storms really igniting headed into Charlotte as we go into the afternoon, pushing east later on today. And then look at the pop. Cold air rushes in behind this, pumps some snow along the Appalachian Mountains, and then it starts to work its way north. We're talking about heavy rain and snow from areas like New York and Boston, rain along the coast, and then some snow in interior New England. Could be looking at some total 6 to 8 inches, up to a foot possible. So the heavy rain posing a flood risk from Maine down to D.C., where some 2 to 4 inches of rain is possible there. We'll have to watch out for that as we go through the weekend. You can see some of these totals really piling up. Those yellows from New York to Boston showing the heavy rain. And again, like I mentioned, multi-hazard system, looking at up to a foot of snow in some places too.
Busy, potentially dangerous day ahead. Elisa, thank you so much.